You're listening to the Life Coaching Secrets Podcast, episode 173. Did you know that life coaches are needed now more than ever? I'm Frank Macri, founder of Thriving Coach Academy. I've trained over 1,000 coaches and helped them launch their own successful coaching businesses. If you want to make an incredible income and impact as a coach and have a lot of fun doing it, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. This is Life Coaching Secrets. What's up, coaches? In this episode, I want to talk about a concept I came up with called Detached Excitement. So have you ever felt an overwhelming rush of excitement that you had about an idea? Maybe it's an idea for growing your coaching business or achieving a goal you have in your life. But then you watch that idea start to fizzle out because it didn't quite pan out as expected. If you've ever had this happen before, you are not alone. This is a normal and human experience. This is something that everyone goes through whenever you're looking to hit a goal or create something. You're going to find that your ideas will not pan out as you wanted to. So I want to talk about first the two places people get stuck when it comes to achieving their goals, and then the 4-step process that I use and I'm going to invite you to apply as well, and I call it Detached Excitement. So let's start with the two places that people get stuck when it comes to achieving their goals. They either get stuck in the beginning or the end. So the beginning is when someone automatically assumes that their ideas will not work. They are discouraged, so they end up not doing anything. So maybe you've had some ideas in the past, but then there's that negative, criticizing part of your brain that focuses on the worst case scenario. Might tell you things like, oh, it's probably not going to work out. Don't even bother trying. That's a really bad idea. And then, of course, you feel very discouraged by that. So you don't end up even putting yourself out there at all or making any attempt at moving forward in your goals. So that's the first place that many people get stuck in is I call it failing. They just fail ahead of time. So they decide in the beginning, I'm going to fail. So they just save themselves the surprise of it happening, or they think that they're going to save themselves the effort that they'd put in and then discovering that they fail by just deciding, I'm just going to call it a failure from the get-go. So that is one big way that many people get stuck. The second area where people get stuck is they apply or implement an idea that they have, and then it doesn't work out as they expected, or it doesn't get them the results that they wanted, and therefore they get disappointed and they quit, only to cause them to not give another shot to whatever goals that they have. So these are the two areas that I have noticed a lot of coaches get stuck in their business, especially in the earlier infancy stage of their business. They either just assume they're going to fail, so they don't apply any ideas or strategies, or they apply something and it doesn't pan out as they want or expect it to, and they get very discouraged, and that caused them to lose their momentum. So the reality is there is no coach that becomes a millionaire magically overnight with one single launch or one single idea. Okay, I want to say that one more time so it really sinks in. There's no one coach that becomes a millionaire magically overnight with one launch or one idea. The coaches that go on to have success are the ones that play what I call the long game. So they are doing this not to get rich quick, but they're really doing it because they want to put value out into the world, and they know that anything worthwhile in life requires some effort. Now, it's not hard to become successful as a coach, but what makes it hard and difficult are all of the expectations that your brain creates about it and all of the different thoughts that cause you to feel discouraged or doubtful. So I'm going to help you avoid all of the exhaustion, all the ways that you might drain yourself if you don't apply what I call detached excitement. So the 4 steps, and then I will go a little bit deeper into those steps. The first step is you have an idea and you believe in it fully. So you get very enthusiastic about an idea. You start to think, this is it. This is the idea that's going to cause everything to take off. So that's for the first step. You get the idea, you believe in it fully. The second step is you execute on the idea. Okay, so you follow through, you take action, you do whatever you need to do to implement that idea. That's the second step. The third step is you immediately switch to curiosity. Okay, so you switch to curiosity. And the fourth step is you repeat this process as long as you want to see your business grow. So those are the four steps. Okay, get excited about an idea, execute the idea, switch to curiosity, and then finally repeat. So let's go into each of these 4 steps a little bit deeper. The first part is to believe enthusiastically in an idea that you have. So I love having the thought, this is it. Like, I have just discovered the most incredible idea. This is going to cause everything to take off. This is it. I finally found the one thing. So you get very excited. This is where you have a mindset where you embrace a strong belief that your idea has the potential to create a lot of success and make a huge impact. And you feel very enthusiastic. You feel very confident in this first step. Now, this is very important because it's going to give you the momentum that you need to bring your idea to life. Okay, so you must have some belief in your idea to implement it. A lot of coaches, unfortunately, they think, I don't really think this is going to work. This is a bad idea. I don't even want to bother trying. I don't feel good about this, which is just causing you to stay stuck. Okay, so instead, you want to have a mindset where you're embracing the belief that your idea has the potential to make a huge impact. You feel that energy and passion about your idea. It doesn't matter what anyone in the world will say, you stand by your idea. You feel a ton of energy around it. This is going to help fuel your creativity as well when you start thinking about executing on the idea, which will happen in step 2. So the belief you have in your idea is going to help you think about possibilities, opportunities for you to overcome any initial hurdles you might have and put this idea into practice. Okay, so it's helpful as well when you're in this first step to really visualize the success and the impact of your idea. So you really picture yourself having tremendous success with this idea. You really see, if it's like having a launch, a program that you're launching, you see yourself filling up your coaching program with this launch. You see yourself making a ton of money. You see it really causing your business to take off. You see it transforming so many people's lives. So you really get in touch with that. You put yourself in this space where your idea has become a huge success, where how it really just blows your own mind. You have this crystal clear picture in your head of how it's going to benefit you and also benefit your clients. This is all what happens in step 1. So if you think about right now, when you have an idea to achieve a goal or grow your business, how well are you incorporating this first step? Getting very excited and enthusiastic about an idea. 1 to 10 scale. 10 is you get very enthusiastic. 1 is you get very doubtful and fearful. Okay, so that's first step. You want to be as enthusiastic as possible. Then we go to step 2, which is executing on the idea. Okay, so you're taking all of the enthusiasm and the excitement you have from the first step, and you go and put things into action. You go from planning and thinking to doing. Okay, you put things into action. So you implement your idea with that enthusiasm that you had when you first started to think about it. You take all of the ideas in your head, you transform them into reality. All right, now all your enthusiasm that you carried over from the first step is going to help you maintain a lot of excitement and focus as you start putting things into play. Okay, this will help you stay committed and overcome any initial challenges that you start to experience. So you get yourself into action and you do as many things as you possibly can to implement your idea. Okay, so this is step 2. So how a lot of your success in step 2 is really going to be determined by how powerfully you are applying step 1. So if you find that you have ideas and you are not executing on those ideas because you get discouraged or doubtful, then you want to revisit the first step. All right, so first step, get the idea, believe in it fully. And then the second step is you execute. Now, here's where things get very interesting in the third step. In the third step, so after you've executed on your idea, you're going to switch from enthusiasm to curiosity. You switch from enthusiasm and excitement to curiosity and openness. So this is where you release all of the expectations that you previously had about all the success and all the outcomes that your idea would generate. You actually let all of that go. Okay, I kind of imagine when I describe this to you right now, I think about how it is like when you are raising a child, okay? If you're a parent or some kind of parental figure, right? You are so excited and enthusiastic and passionate and you love your kid and you raise them to ultimately let them go with love, right? You raise them to let them go so they can go be independent. So it's kind of like a similar process when you think about your business. You have so much excitement around your ideas, you put them into practice, you create them, and then you switch to curiosity. You release all those expectations that you had, you let them go. Now, when you embrace curiosity, this is where you start having that learner's mindset and you start evaluating the outcome of your idea or your strategy. So you start seeing what went well about it, how you grew from it, what you learned, and you also gather as much feedback as you can. So maybe if you did some kind of a launch and you had some clients participate in a launch of a program, you get feedback from your clients. Maybe if you tried a marketing strategy, perhaps like you put together a workshop, you gather feedback from attendees of your workshop. So you see what adjustments could be made for your next idea. Now, it's very important that you really embrace and honor this curiosity piece of going from excitement to execution to curiosity. You want to really honor it because this is where you're going to strengthen your later ideas. Now, no matter how long you've been in whatever area you might want to specialize your coaching business, no matter how old you are, how much life experience you have, it is inevitable that you're going to have some ideas in the beginning that aren't going to pan out as you want. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be excited about those ideas. So you get excited about them no matter what. You go put them out in the world, and then you get very curious, okay? And I could tell you there have been, over the decade I've been in the coaching industry, I've had so many ideas where I'm like, this is it. This is going to be the thing where it all takes off. And I've come to this place where I've realized that there is no such thing as the thing, like the one magic pill that takes everything off where you no longer ever have to put any effort in. Okay. And if there are people out there that you think that, that's how they did it, then you're believing a lie. That's not how it works. But what does happen is when you remain open and curious and you apply this third step, you stay committed and your ideas get stronger. Your strategies get more powerful every single time that you apply a new one. So that's the third step, a switch to curiosity. And then the fourth step is you repeat. You repeat steps 1 through 3 for as long that you want to have your business grow. You just go back and you repeat steps 1, 2, and 3. That's really how simple that it can be. Now, I want you to think about how you currently feel when you have an idea that you put out there and you apply, and then it doesn't pan out as you want. Like, do you have discouragement that comes up from you, right? You want to realize that the only reason that you would have any kind of discouragement or frustration is because you had an expectation of how something should be. Now, expectations, we want to have those expectations and excitement in step 1 and step 2. Right? We carry the expectation, the excitement into step 2 from step 1. But once we get to step 3, we release all those expectations. We let it all go. If you carry that expectation into the later steps, this is where you're going to find you'll be very discouraged. You'll get upset about things. You'll wonder what's wrong with you, what's wrong with the world, what's wrong with marketing, the algorithm. You're going to find all these different things to blame. Instead, you get curious, and then you use the feedback, use the data, use the outcomes to see how you can learn and grow. And then you repeat as long as you want to see things move forward. So you must understand that growth is a continuous process. You want to repeat the cycle. You'll go back to step 1 where you're going to have a new idea or strategy and you're going to get very excited about it. And you're going to start thinking, this is it. This is where everything's going to take off. I'm so excited about this. This is the best idea I've ever had. Like, these are all thoughts that you want to have. Then you go put them out in the world and you repeat this process. This is going to allow you to become very resilient and are also very persistent and resilient as well. So persistent and resilient. All right. you are going to find that nothing will stop you, no outcome, because you know that not every idea is going to ultimately be an instant success. But this doesn't mean that you still can't hype yourself up with your ideas and get very enthusiastic around them, because every single idea and iteration of your ideas will give you more lessons and more growth. One of my mentors would say, you solve enough problems, you become a millionaire. And I think of it like you apply enough ideas, you become a millionaire. So just another way to think about that. Okay? You will constantly innovate, you will constantly adapt when you apply this 4-step process, because you will see and you will respond to all of the different strategies that you apply and the outcomes of those strategies. So when it comes to launching your next, feel like you probably have an idea right now around how to grow your coaching business. Maybe it's a program or a course you want to launch. Maybe it's a social media channel that you'd like to share, a YouTube channel, TikTok channel, podcast, whatever it is. Maybe it's a workshop or webinar that you want to share with others. So I want you to think right now, like, what would it look like for you to really hype yourself up around your idea? What if you tried on the belief that this is a $1 million idea and you get yourself very excited about that? And if you had that excitement, what would that inspire you to do? How would you start to put that idea into practice? Okay, so if you're on that area if you're in the area where you're starting to put an idea out there, I want you to apply that. But maybe you've recently applied something and it didn't pan out how you wanted it to, and you're feeling like low about it. I want you to think about, well, what did you learn from that idea or strategy? What feedback did you gather from it? Or what feedback could you gather from it that you haven't already? Okay, how have you grown or learned? What have you learned from that idea? Okay, so take that learning and then see what new idea does your previous idea inspire you to try and get excited about. I promise you, this is the cycle that you will go through. All of the most successful coaches that I've ever known, this is exactly how they see their business. This is the winning mindset that they have. All right. Now, I want you to know as well, before I finish this episode, that you don't have to feel like with your coaching business, you are throwing things at the wall. One of the keys to success is having support. Okay. One of my favorite quotes is, success requires support. Failure we can do alone. So that's why in Thrive and Coach Academy, we give all of our students lifetime support. Okay, we don't just give them lifetime access to all of our training materials. We give our students lifetime support so they can get business mentorship and feedback on their coaching for as long as they want, even after they've finished our program and received their certification. So we truly keep the door open for you. As you are implementing your ideas in your coaching business, give yourself permission to receive the best support you possibly can receive. And we'd love to offer you that here in Thrive and Coach Academy. So make sure you head over to our website if you'd like to have some support as you put your amazing ideas out into the world. All right, that's what I got in this episode on having detached excitement. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Hey, would you like access to powerful coaching tools you can use on yourself and clients right away? For being a listener of the podcast, I'm giving you a VIP guest pass to get a sneak peek into my coach training program. Inside, you'll learn our coaches' secret tool they use to transform their clients' lives. And you'll also get a training on how to launch a coaching business. Just head over to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP to get started. I'll see you on the inside.